Can you tell me a little about yourself and your professional background? Certainly. I have a degree in business administration and over 5 years of experience in project management. What attracted you to our company? I am impressed by your company's innovation and commitment to sustainability. It aligns with my personal values. How do you handle tight deadlines and pressure? I prioritize tasks efficiently. I communicate clearly with my team. I stay focused to ensure timely completion of projects. Can you give an example of a challenging project you managed? I once led a team to revamp our CRM system. It required meticulous planning and coordination. What are your strengths and weaknesses? My strengths include strong leadership and organizational skills. I am working on improving my public speaking abilities. How do you stay updated with industry trends? I regularly attend webinars. I read industry publications. I participate in professional networks. Describe a time when you had to resolve a conflict within your team. I mediated a dispute between two team members. I facilitated open communication and found a compromise. Why should we hire you? My experience, skills, and passion for this industry make me a great fit. I will help drive your company forward. What are your career goals for the next 5 years? I aim to take on more leadership roles. I want to drive impactful projects that contribute to company success. How do you approach problem solving? I analyze the problem. I brainstorm possible solutions. I consult with colleagues if needed. I implement the most effective solution. How do you handle feedback from supervisors? I view feedback as an opportunity for growth. I strive to implement suggestions constructively. How do you ensure effective communication within your team? I hold regular meetings. I encourage open dialogue. I use collaborative tools to keep everyone aligned. Can you discuss a successful project you were part of? I spearheaded a marketing campaign. It increased client engagement by 30%. How do you ensure continuous improvement in your work? I seek feedback. I attend professional development courses. I stay informed about industry best practices. Can you describe a situation where you demonstrated leadership? I led a cross-functional team to launch a new product. It involved coordinating departments and managing tight deadlines. Do you have any questions for me? Yes. Could you tell me more about the team I would be working with? What are the current projects they are handling? Can you tell me about a time you improved a process at work? I streamlined our reporting system. It reduced the time spent on data entry by 50%. This significantly boosted efficiency. What skills do you bring to this role that others might not? My ability to bridge communication between technical and non-technical teams. How do you ensure effective communication within your team? I hold regular meetings. I encourage open dialogue. I use collaborative tools to keep everyone aligned. What was the most difficult decision you made in your last job? Choosing to cut a non-performing vendor despite a long-standing relationship. It was a tough but necessary decision to ensure quality. How do you stay organized in a fast-paced environment? I rely on digital tools for task management. I set clear goals. I maintain a well-structured schedule. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about our company? Yes. I'm curious about the professional development opportunities. How does the company support employee growth? How do you handle unexpected challenges at work? I stay calm. I assess the situation quickly. I devise a plan. I execute it efficiently while keeping communication open. Can you describe a situation where you demonstrated leadership? I led a cross-functional team to launch a new product. It involved coordinating different departments and managing tight deadlines. What strategies do you use to ensure your team stays motivated? I set clear objectives. I provide necessary resources. I foster a supportive and motivating environment. How do you deal with underperforming team members? I address issues promptly. I provide constructive feedback. I offer support and set improvement plans. What do you consider your biggest professional achievement? Successfully managing a high-budget project that exceeded client expectations. It was delivered ahead of schedule. How do you balance long-term goals with short-term tasks? I align daily tasks with strategic objectives. Each step contributes to the bigger picture. Why do you want to join our team? Your company's reputation for innovation and employee development is very appealing. I believe I can contribute significantly. Do you have any questions about the role or our company? I'd like to know more about the team dynamics. What are the key performance indicators for this position? Welcome, Ms. Mary. Can you share your previous job experience with us? Thank you, Mr. Tom. I have worked as a marketing manager for the past 6 years, focusing on digital marketing strategies. What made you choose a career in marketing? I am passionate about understanding consumer behavior. I enjoy creating impactful campaigns that drive engagement and sales. How do you stay motivated during long projects? I set short-term goals. I celebrate small wins. I keep the end goal in sight to maintain motivation. Can you tell me about a time you failed and how you handled it? I once launched a campaign that didn't meet expectations. I analyzed the shortcomings. I learned from mistakes. I applied those lessons to future projects. What do you think is the key to successful teamwork? Clear communication, mutual respect, a shared vision. How do you handle tight budgets when managing a project? I prioritize essential tasks. I seek cost-effective solutions. I monitor spending closely to stay within budget. What are your thoughts on work-life balance? Maintaining a healthy work-life balance is important for productivity and well-being. I manage my time effectively to maintain that balance. How do you keep up with the latest marketing trends? I regularly attend industry conferences. I participate in online courses. I network with other marketing professionals. Can you give an example of a successful marketing campaign you managed? I managed a social media campaign that increased our online engagement by 40%. It significantly boosted brand awareness. Do you have any specific goals you hope to achieve in this role? I aim to innovate our marketing strategies. I want to enhance our online presence. I strive to contribute to the company's growth. Hi, Ms. Mary. Let's start with your career objectives. Hi, Mr. Tom. My career objectives include leading a high-performing team and driving strategic initiatives. How do you handle tight deadlines? I manage tight deadlines by planning meticulously. I prioritize tasks. I maintain clear communication with my team. Can you describe your biggest professional success? One of my biggest successes was leading a product launch. It resulted in a 25% increase in sales within the first quarter. What do you consider your greatest strength? My greatest strength is my ability to analyze complex situations. I develop effective, strategic solutions. How do you approach team management? I believe in empowering my team. I provide clear goals. I offer support and encourage continuous learning. Can you give an example of how you resolved a workplace conflict? I resolved the conflict by facilitating a meeting. Both parties expressed their views. We worked towards a mutually agreeable solution. What do you think makes a good leader? A good leader inspires, supports, and guides their team. They maintain a clear vision and strong communication. How do you prioritize your work tasks? I prioritize tasks based on urgency and impact. I align them with strategic goals using tools like Gantt charts. How do you ensure continuous improvement in your work? I seek feedback. I attend professional development courses. I stay informed about industry best practices. What excites you about this opportunity? I'm excited about working with a dynamic team. I want to contribute to innovative projects that have a real impact. Good day, Ms. Mary. Can you tell me about a project that required innovative thinking? Good day, Mr. Tom. I led a project to develop a new customer loyalty program. It required creative strategies to enhance customer engagement. How do you handle feedback from team members? I welcome feedback as it provides valuable insights. I use it to make improvements and foster a collaborative environment. What strategies do you use to stay organized? I use project management software. I maintain detailed to-do lists. I schedule regular check-ins to stay on track. Can you describe a time when you went above and beyond for a client? I once worked extra hours to resolve a critical issue for a client. I ensured their operations were not disrupted. They were fully satisfied with the outcome. How do you approach learning new skills? I approach learning with curiosity and dedication. I take courses, read extensively, and seek mentorship. What motivates you to perform at your best? Achieving goals, seeing the positive impact of my work, continuous personal and professional growth. How do you ensure effective communication in remote teams? I use various communication tools. I set clear expectations. I schedule regular video meetings to maintain alignment. Can you tell me about a challenging decision you had to make at work? I had to decide to terminate a project that wasn't meeting its goals. I reallocated resources to more promising initiatives. What role do you see yourself playing in our company? I see myself contributing by leading projects, driving innovation, supporting my colleagues to achieve our common goals. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your candidacy? I'm enthusiastic about this opportunity. I'm confident that my skills and experience align well with your company's needs. Hello, Ms. Mary. Let's start with your professional achievements. What are some highlights? Hello, Mr. Tom. Some highlights include leading a successful product launch. It resulted in a significant increase in market share. How do you manage a team with diverse skill sets? I leverage each team member's strengths. I ensure clear communication. I provide opportunities for skill development. What do you enjoy most about your current role? I enjoy solving complex problems. I find satisfaction in seeing my projects succeed. Can you describe a time when you had to manage a crisis? During a system outage, I coordinated with IT. We quickly restored services while communicating effectively with stakeholders. How do you ensure your team meets deadlines? I set realistic deadlines. I monitor progress closely. I provide support to address any obstacles promptly. What is your approach to strategic planning? I analyze market trends. I set clear objectives. I develop detailed plans to achieve our goals. How do you foster innovation within your team? I encourage brainstorming sessions. I support new ideas. I provide resources for experimentation and development. What challenges have you faced in your career, and how did you overcome them? I faced tight deadlines and resource constraints. I overcame them with effective planning and creative problem solving. What are your expectations for this role? I expect to contribute to strategic initiatives. I look forward to collaborating with a talented team. I aim to grow professionally. Do you have any questions about our work culture? Yes. I'd like to know how your company fosters teamwork. How does it support employee well-being? Hi, Ms. Mary. Can you tell me about a time you led a successful project? Hi, Mr. Tom. I led a team to implement a new CRM system. It resulted in a 20% increase in customer satisfaction. How do you handle stressful situations at work? I stay calm. I prioritize tasks. I break down complex issues into manageable steps. I maintain control under pressure. What are your main strengths as a professional? My strengths include strategic thinking, strong leadership, excellent communication skills. How do you motivate your team? I set clear goals. I recognize achievements. I create a positive and supportive work environment. Can you give an example of how you improved a process at your last job? I streamlined our reporting process. I implemented automation tools. It reduced time spent on manual tasks by 40%. What is your approach to handling client relationships? I build strong relationships through regular communication. I ensure I understand their needs. I strive to deliver consistent value. How do you ensure continuous learning in your career? I attend workshops. I take online courses. I stay current with industry publications. What role do you see technology playing in your job? Technology is crucial for efficiency and innovation. I actively integrate new tools to enhance productivity. How do you handle constructive criticism? I accept it with an open mind. I use it as a learning opportunity. I apply the feedback to improve my performance. What excites you most about working with us? I'm excited about the opportunity to work with a talented team. I want to contribute to groundbreaking projects that make a difference. Welcome, Ms. Mary. Can you tell me about a time you led a successful project? I led a team to implement a new CRM system. It resulted in a 20% increase in customer satisfaction. How do you handle tight deadlines? I plan carefully. I prioritize tasks effectively. I ensure clear communication within my team. What are your strengths as a professional? I have strong strategic thinking. I excel in leadership. I maintain excellent communication skills. Can you describe a time you improved a process at work? I streamlined our reporting system. It reduced time spent on manual tasks by 40%. It increased efficiency significantly. What is your approach to client relationships? I build strong relationships through regular communication. I ensure I understand their needs. I consistently deliver value. How do you ensure continuous learning in your career? I attend workshops. I take online courses. I stay up to date with industry publications. How do you approach receiving constructive criticism? I accept it with an open mind. I view it as a learning opportunity. I implement feedback to improve my performance. What excites you about working with us? I am eager to collaborate with a talented team. I want to contribute to meaningful and innovative projects. Can you tell me about a time you had to adapt to a significant change at work? When our company switched to a new software system, I quickly learned the new platform. I trained my team to ensure a smooth transition. How do you handle feedback from supervisors? I view feedback as an opportunity for growth. I always strive to implement suggestions constructively. What are your career goals for the next 5 years? I aim to take on more leadership roles. I want to drive impactful projects that contribute to company success. How do you stay organized in a fast-paced environment? I rely on digital tools for task management. I set clear goals. I maintain a well-structured schedule. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about our company? Yes. I'm curious about the professional development opportunities. How does the company support employee growth? How do you ensure effective communication within your team? I hold regular meetings. I encourage open dialogue. I use collaborative tools to keep everyone aligned. What do you consider your biggest professional achievement? Successfully managing a high-budget project that exceeded client expectations. It was delivered ahead of schedule. How do you balance long-term goals with short-term tasks? I align daily tasks with strategic objectives. Each step contributes to the bigger picture. Why do you want to join our team? Your company's reputation for innovation and employee development is very appealing. I believe I can contribute significantly. Do you have any questions about the role or our company? I'd like to know more about the team dynamics. What are the key performance indicators for this position?